the best thing that you can do while you're single is to just become a better you. One of the ways that you can do that is definitely spending time with God and getting to know Him more, strengthening your relationship with God, and He'll begin to define who you are. And the more time you spend with Him, the more time He begins to speak to you about who you are, and definitely working through character things and working on kind of bettering yourself, I think is the best thing that you can do while you're single, because when you get married and you try to do all of that, it can get really messy. So do it when you're alone by yourself.
Yeah, I would say have fun. Enjoy your single season. Singleness is not a disease. It's not like you're not second best, you're not second tier because you don't have a mate or you don't have somebody with you. You have a season right now. The Bible says that when you're single, you're able to focus on the things that God has set before you. And so I know that I've been able to travel. I've been able to pick up my life and move. When God was calling me to come out here to Sacramento, I had a life in Dallas. And because I don't have a family, I was able to pick up my life and move and to be able to pursue the call of God. And so enjoy your single season. Do stuff that you couldn't do when you have a family. Go travel. Spend time with friends. Do whatever you can do now to enjoy this time. Don't wallow in it. It's not a disease. It's not something that you have to be ashamed of. This is a great season right now that God has blessed you with.
And if you're having the intentions on being married, I would say, where do you find these people that you're trying to date? Like,
what kind of people?
Do we go
what kind of people
swiping? Are we swiping now? What are we doing? So where do you find the person that you're trying to look forward to and being a mate? Like
Definitely.
Where did you find Pastor Q, Lisa? Let's talk about this. Where did he go?
We met at the club. I'm not saying that that's the first place that we should go and find our partner is at the club. But whether you find your partner at the club or at church or at an outreach event or at school, I think the question that we really need to ask ourselves is that, is this person going to be our partner, or is this person going to be our project? Our project is someone that's attractive, and we're hoping that one day he will come to church. We're hoping one day that he will fall in love with Christ. And in 2 Corinthians chapter 6, it talks about do not team up with unbelievers, because when you do, you're going to set yourself up for failure. You're just playing with fire. But find yourself a partner, someone that you can grow in your walk with Christ.
Come on. That's so good. But then those of you who are currently with somebody that you are a believer and they are not, I just want to let you know, I want to encourage you guys that your faithfulness can really change the entire household. I want to say that. However, what you said really didn't match what we did at all. If you guys want to look for somebody that's like-minded, definitely at the club, we had our like-mindedness, and that came with its own set of consequences. So the way we were together, my goodness, we dealt with so many different things and the things that we could have avoided if we were just at the right place at the right time with each other, personally in our character. But I wouldn't say that God wouldn't allow this to happen. He had grace over our relationship. But to tell you the truth, I've met a lot of people who has met in those different types of environment, and they're really not together anymore. Most of the time, that's going to be the case. Now, in this situation, I guess we were the exception. We were the exception, but that doesn't mean that we didn't have to go over crazy hurdles and consequences that we could have saved ourselves from.
Definitely.
I think you're in the best place to meet someone. Right here at this church. There's dating apps and those work for some people, and I'm not against those at all. Like, my cousin found someone on Match.com and they got married, and they are pastors and they're loving, serving in ministry, and so. But I think for me, what I look for is, how are you around other people? How are you around your friends and your relatives? And so when you're in this environment, especially like an e-group, and you get involved into community, you get to see how they are with their friends. And that's usually where you see the true colors. You know what I'm saying? They don't have their makeup all done. That came out. That's usually though when you see people and they're real because they're around their friends, and so you can tell a lot by a person by hanging out with them and their friends and community.
That's good. So what if you are in a season where you're like, I enjoy being single and I want to be single long term. You know, so what advice do you have for people that are like, I'm not risking